Off we go. Pardon me, Trenties. Tarmac on the floor. Trents. They've been good to me over the years. I can't lie. I think that's one of their distribution depots. Yeah, good old Trenties over the years. Where would we be without old Charles Trent? I remember Johnny Trent back in the day. All of them. All good guys. I think for most people that live in the Dorset area, Trenties will always be a part of their past and still part of their future, obviously. The way they do cars now is world-leading car dismantlers. You know, we got it in Dorset. Unbelievable, but true. Oh God. Yeah. Oh yeah. See the Ridge Hill up there? It's all part of the Cordite Factory thing. I've never really looked up in there or been up in there because it's for there's free roaming deer. Well, not free to roam this land, but we're not allowed in there, obviously, and nobody goes in there because there's a warden there. Look at the rubbish. Nasty people dumping rubbish everywhere these days. I'll give you a quick look at that. There's someone's blooming rubbish there as well. Here you have it. Asbestos, unsafe structures. They put that though on everything right here, but it is true. A lot of asbestos was used in World War I, in World War II. If you walk down to that road and you take a left at the bottom, there's the trailway. For those interested, freeze frame now and zoom in. I'll try and make it a bit easier for people as I do a bit of this. Yeah, you can freeze frame this on your telly or laptop and you can Read it at your leisure. It's hard to get that into focus with this camera. There you go. I think I've got that all in there. Right, carry on. A VW T4 T5 camper. Very nice. Not my thing though. I'd rather just get an old transit van. I suppose the way I've been brought up. They were always seen as quite posh people with VWs. Fairly affluent people. Always into like surf clothing, and they all had blonde hair basically, or they were hippies back in the day, going to Glastonbury. Now I'm just going to do this video until my battery runs out. I did give it a bit of charge. I don't know, it should last a distance, it might not last a distance. People learning to drive out here. Put me blooming trousers up, hang on a minute people. Yep, that'll do. Change hands. Now what I want to do is go up in here, and this sounds a bit strange, but I don't really want to meet anyone because I want to film, and some people get a bit silly. But I have got a licence for filming in public area anyway, so I shouldn't really care, but sometimes Stairway Joinery Limited, give them a shout out. My brother used to work for them back in the day. There was only a small factory back in the day up on the Upton Industrial Estate. Good company that. They've done well for themselves. There's a lot of engineering firms up here. Was up here when I was young, and this was one of them. Been here a long time. Recent engineering. Give a shout out. Cricket welding, do immaculate work on classic cars. It's all there for you to see what they do. They do everything, and they do welding and exhaust repairs. It doesn't have to be a classic car to get your exhaust repaired, I think. They do the whole lot up there. Good bunch of guys. One of my friends used to weld for them as well. There are quite a few people up here. Norco, I don't know what that's about. They got the British flag, so I'll give me a shout out there. Another British flag. Up the end here, you're going to see something different on this industrial estate, and I think it looks pretty good, but we've got a bit of a walk yet. Yeah, on this estate, back in the 90s, in the 2000s, there was always some kind of work to be done. They've worked for like 3 or 4 companies actually on this very industrial estate before I retired. Those big engineering companies, you see, I mean, at the end of the day, you need some engineering. You've only got to look them up and ask them if they need, see, even precision engineering. I mean, that's NASA, isn't it? Precision engineering. Coming along here now. Another bit of the industrial estate there. I don't know many of them, but I wish them well in their businesses. West Wind air bearings, wasn't it? I think they're not there, I don't know. Did I work for West Wind? I did something for West Wind. No, Airwheel. I used to work for a company called Airwheel up here. Used to make like fan wheels for heaters. Wicked coatings. Give them a shout out. Yeah. All good people. You've got someone parking up there. I don't want him to think that I'm filming him or her. So what I'll do, I'll sneakily go across the road, see. I'd like to own that factory, I would. Yeah. Shame. There's no sign up, is there? I think there is up the other end. To let sign, I'm not sure. Hey, camper your dreams there, look. Nice old camper. I think that's a Mercedes. Or a Tolbert. Looks like an old Tolbert, doesn't it? But it's not, I think it's a Mercedes. Up there. All good stuff. Yeah, they're just looking up there. Now up here, it's a surprise for some of you that haven't been up here for a while. I think it looks alright. I mean, when the grass grows, it's our very own version of Stonehenge at Admiralty Park. I mean, some people will slate it, but nah, not me. I won't slate this. I think it's rather good. What we've got is one big stone in the centre with a load of stones around it. Now, some people might say it's pointless, but I think with grass growing over the top of it, it's definitely better than what was there before. And I think it rather looks good. It almost looks nautical as well, doesn't it? You know, to go with the Admiralty. Because it was the Navy Cordite Factory, see? And that's almost like a nautical north, east, south and west type thing. And there'll be loads of people now, over the years that that's there, they'll be lining them stones up and they'll be able to tell you the constitution of the stars from that. They'll work out the grid patterns. Yeah, I think that's much better than what was there before. Admiralty Park there. See the anchor. Van life. British Gas. Lower your bills. British Gas. Nah, they're alright, British Gas. I got one of their smart meters. Don't have to worry if you're one of those people that fears smart meters. Get on and do it. Get one in your house. And also, I found absolutely no hike in the price because they got it right now. When they first started smart meters, they were all over the place with pricing. But they're pretty good at the moment. So yeah, don't fear the smart meters, people. It's a lot easier as well, because if you've got a smart meter and you can't get out, you can ring them to put credit on, or you can go to the local shop with your card, because those old key meters, as far as I know, are obsolete now. But I expect there's still a few people do them, I don't know. We've got steel reinforcement here. Real building needs. From small houses to massive skyscrapers. I'm pretty sure these guys will accommodate you in all your steel reinforcement. Yeah. Pretty good. Oh, hang on a minute, let's just have a little. Here we go. Let's hit a swap over. This film has been cut a few times, but you won't notice it in the final edit because I'm a master at it. Coming up here now, Holton Heath railway station. If you're going to do something like this, and it's your first time, you probably want to do what I do. Stop every now and again, and then carry on. Your back's hurting now, but I don't care. No pain, no gain, as the saying goes. Beautiful buildings from the First and Second World War, some of them. Definitely that building there on the corner. The asbestos roof there. If you enter this Holton Heath area, go on the secret vault. It's called the Secret Vault on YouTube, and type in Cordite Factory, Holton Heath, the Secret Vault. He does the best videos of right inside and all around. He does a very good job. One of my favourite urban exploring channels on YouTube is Secret Vault. exploring with Josh, exploring with the fighters, and so on. The list goes on. There you go. Hope I don't run into anybody. I'll just turn the camera to the side if I do. At least the sun is shining. Woof. The sun has come out. Woof woof. Oh dear. Strange what people make money on, isn't it? But I expect for just one of those strange looking machines, they cost a lot of money. And up past the church. The Lighthouse Church. Going past the Lighthouse Church. Fair few people in there. Full Fiesta. I think they might be somewhere else in there. Oh, hang on, change hands. Get myself together, that man. Right. Oh no, they're in the church. They're probably getting ready. Oh no, it's Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, they're in the church today. Of course, I normally hear a few hymns. But not today. Lights are on. I like walking past here because, like I say, normally on a Sunday there you can hear them all singing and playing the guitar. Talking about the Bible. Religion is a blanket we throw over something that we don't understand. Some people say that. I say it's better to believe in something even if there's nothing at the end, because it keeps you going, you know. So all religions come under that banner of mine. I show no prejudice. Old rickety Parker. Oh boy, look at that. As we go along. Oh. Coming up here now there's a video on my channel of that tower up there. I can't be bothered to zoom in, but you'll see a closer video on one of my YouTube shorts of that tower. Now they've cut all the trees down, you can actually see it from it. quite amazing. Now back to the buildings. They didn't have know how to build, didn't they? World War One and World War Two. There you go. And there's two more of those towers somewhere over there. Are those people walking towards them? Have a break. You're a stranger, I expect they know. Because a lot of people know who I am and they like to get on my videos. We will just walk up the road. Yeah, lovely beautiful building there. I think they're walking up the road, that's good. If I stay behind, because I ain't exactly motoring. British flags. A nice place to live. Nice and secluded, this bit. To let if you want a factory, one of them factories. All the factories cost quite a bit though, don't they, these days? You're far better off, I always think, having a word with a farmer that's say got an old barn or something like that, rather than pay £1,000 a month. You could be paying like £100 a month. I don't know. I just make it up as I go along. £30 mph speed limit up here. There's a building, small, little, whatever you call it, and you can see it this time of year, before the World War II building. I got up closer to it. Normally hidden in summer, this building. It's one of the last ones on this side. You see out there? I'll get your hand in. Don't lose the camera, don't lose the camera, that's it. Swap hands again. Old steps leading down from here, and it would have gone across the road to that. Things some people would miss out and not know. As I say, they knew how to build. I mean, the gateposts with the like mini roofs on them and that. They took a pride in what they built. A lot of these trees planted in World War One and a few in World War Two to disguise the Cordite Factory. So some of these are over 100 years old. Yeah, and they're very big. But they were fast growing apparently. Well, as fast as a tree could grow, I suppose. See what I mean about the nice way they shaped the tops of the pillars? You don't get that these days with normal building, really. I mean, that's proper concrete, that is. But the stuff they build and the bricks they use these days fall apart. Look at where we've been. This letterbox there built in. A lot of these roof tiles hook falling off tops of the pillars. And I'm looking at you, looking at me, looking at you. so far it hasn't been too bad. We haven't run into anybody yet, as they say. Bluebells, eh? Daffodils gone. I was coming down the road. Anything any good? Spot anything any good? Oh, walking along. Always something to look at. And it is getting quite warm indeed. Change. I was walking along this road once, this very point here, this very point, a golf ball landed over there. It was a good 6 foot away from me. Up you go. All those people that want how big the land is. There you go. If you want to buy it, there's the land. Well, planning permission is secured. You might be too late, but no, you might not be too late. Escort mark one there. He won't mind me filming. What a lovely car. It shows you all these modern cars ain't worth nothing really. know what I mean? You get a lovely little Escort Mark 1 like that. Lovely car. Worth all the money. And they're going up every year. If it's old and if it's a Ford, it should be worth something. Even Fiesta Mark 2s, Mark 3s, Mark 4s, Mark 5, Mark 6, all becoming collectible. Those Fiesta 2 doors is like a sports car, you know. For little money, small money. Yeah, I think if you got an Escort Mark 1 in bright orange, you want people to look at you. What a beautiful car. That made this walk worth it to me, see? You think I used to pay £50, £150, that type of money for Escort Mark 1s back in the day. You know, I'm 56 years old now, but now for a rotten shell, you get loads of money. 2.5, 3 grand for a rotten shell. Some people say more, but I don't. I believe if it's really, really rotten, no. But it's mainly the bits. If it's a complete car, you can always weld metal. Are we still filming? Yeah. Holton Heath. It keeps me going with me walks. In fact, it's why I'm still here. Because if I didn't exercise, my life would have been much different. And I know for a fact I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for Holton Heath. It's such an inspiring place. I really do believe. Yeah, some people like coastal walks and things like that. For me, it's just out here. Do you know, I go on that industrial estate and they're so nice. Even when they're being miserable, they're being nice. Those that understand will understand what I mean there. Leave their rubbish behind that. Not on, is it? I don't like people that do that sort of thing. I admit, when I was young and I didn't know right and wrong, I accidentally did it a few times. Yeah, I'm admitting that. But I learned, you know what I mean? But you probably find fully grown adults. And normally when I walk along that side, now I'm not bad-mouthing any of these down here at the moment, but some of them van lifers chuck all their rubbish out before they go along that side. They've been throwing out mattresses, all sorts, soiled blooming rubbish, disgusting. But you know, who's got to clean up? You might say the council. Now and again, if they see it, it's usually the residents of Holton Heath Trading Park, the nice natured men They won't drive past. They drive past, they might hook it once, but if they see it there, they pick it up and take it on, but they shouldn't have to do that. People shouldn't dump rubbish in the first place. I'm very strongly opinionated on that one. Well, it's like me, right? I'm going to go home and I'm going to have something to eat at home. I'm not going to come out here, go for a walk with a packed lunch and throw it out. Anyway, change the subject. Oh. Nice little camper van there, Mercedes. Lovely. Notice the height for the trees. Oh. It's a bittersweet symphony that's life, going down the only road I've ever known. I can't change, 'cause I'm here in my mold. Yes, I'm here in my mold. And I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mode. No, no, no. Have you ever been there? Oh. Here we go. Keep walking. Don't stop trucking. Trucker Tim on YouTube. We like Trucker Tim. Big shout out to Trucker Tim. Who else should we shout out? Shmee150. Shmee150. Because he's bought a house and he's doing it up. And he's cool. Bit of a posh lad, but well, I think owning that farm will make him a bit more human. All those lucky people having shout outs on my channel. Yeah. We're actually live on a few channels at the moment. I can see you all in the comments. Thank you all for commenting. I'll just upload this to the YouTube channel. All you lot on me other channels, hello, how are you all doing in your lives? Yes, I know they should be grateful for shout outs. People in the comments saying 16th of May. That's all you've got to remember. The 16th of May is Tommy Day. Wow. It's about British values. Tommy Robinson. Give me a shout out there. Yeah. Love him or hate him. He's certainly got his act together now in the way he speaks. I think he speaks quite well. I'm not going to judge him on his past, because if we judge people on their past, we will never move on as a society. Tommy Robinson's alright. And he even says, everybody's welcome, and remember, like he says, you're there for England. You know, whatever your views about Tommy, put them aside. Turn up on the day in London. I expect for most of us we'll be watching it on YouTube live. It'll be covered by a few channels live there. And hopefully because of this, we're getting about 1 million extra people. If I can calculate this right. I want people to turn up. Be proud of your England, that's all we're saying. You know, restore faith. It's a spiritual awakening, like Tommy says. Restore British values, British faiths. Christianity's not a bad thing. Allah is God. Muhammad told me that. So, whatever your views. I mean, we're a multiracial society now. You know, don't matter the colour of your skin. It don't matter. What matters is how people act whilst they're in this country, how they behave. If they behave okay, then we can all get on. We do need different cultures. When you go out on a Friday night, you'll have a kebab, or you'll have an Indian, or you'll have a Chinese. You know, all different cultures, all different kinds of religions. Big love to them all. At least you believe in something. And for those with no beliefs, that's up to you. That's your personal choice, and I won't hold it against you. Like I said earlier in the video, far better to believe in something than nothing, in it, to get you through. I hope everybody's dreams come true, as long as they're good dreams and nice dreams. We come this way once. You know, learn to value your life. And for those that are sat doing nothing, that can move about, get out and try and move about. You can lengthen your life by loads. They said there's been loads of studies. If you start walking now, say you're a person who don't walk far. If you start walking now, yeah, and within 5-6 months, you might have added 10 years to your life, and that's no joke. But when you start walking, do it gradually. Take your time, build up to it. If you feel slightly sick, stop, wait. I mean, look at me around here. I stopped about 5-6 times just to get myself together again, you know. But yeah, off we go. Oh dear. Oh, back to the car. Here we are, back to the car. Flipping heck. Get yourself together. As Billy Moore says, get your shit together. Good old Billy Moore. I like Billy Moore. Give him a shout out. Right, thank you everybody, and I shall see you in my next. Oh, YouTube video. A quick look at the car. There you go, it's my dashboard. I'm going to sit here for about 5 minutes and then move on home. Yeah. See everybody later. 56 minutes.